Yeah, and the situation now with registering players is very, very complicated. Do they have to now really get rid of De Jong, even though Joan Laporta just said that they're going to do everything to keep him?
Also, if De Jong says no, De Jong stays. I mean, it's as simple as that. I don't know. It's one of those situations where we see numbers, we know what they have to do, we know that somehow weirdly they managed to have a negative salary cap, right? Then they sold that percentage of the TV rights. Supposedly they're close to a deal to sell another percentage. I mean, you are mortgaging your future to some degree. They're going to look to sell some players. In the end, we simply don't know because the process isn't necessarily anywhere near as transparent as we would like it to be. So we'd simply be making predictions. What we do know, and I think we can say incontrovertibly, is that a year ago, La Liga, Javier Tebas stuck by his rule. He said, no, these are the rules. We're not going to make an exception for Messi because we want to keep selling those TV rights. We're going to make you sweat on Sergio Aguero until the very end. We're going to go and we're really going to hold you to the rules. If they're like this again this coming year, I don't know. I think it's going to be tough without sales to square everything away.
Well, we know that the situation with De Jong, apparently he doesn't want to go to Manchester United. Could it be an option for Chelsea? Stevie?
Ooh.
Reports are saying that he'd like to go there.
Listen, Frenkie de Jong's a great player. And so great players can play for any team. And if you want to take Jorginho out and get rid of him and put Frenkie de Jong in, then I think that makes Chelsea better. Put it that way. In my mind, I don't get de Jong's a Chelsea player. But at the same time, if you need to get better, Chelsea's, Liverpool, City's, they're always looking every single season, every transfer window. How do we get better? Who do we get to make us better?
Go back to Liverpool again. Thiago, nobody thought Thiago was going to be a Liverpool player because he didn't close the ball down quite as quickly. Right. So they wanted a slightly different player that could open up defensive and spread the play. And Thiago took a good year to settle down at Liverpool, but eventually last season he had a great season. And that could be the same with somebody like De Jong.
Although the weird thing is, we talk about all the guys they have up front. In central midfield, if you lose Frenkie de Jong, then again, it's a numbers game because you're left with Busquets, Nico, Kessie, Gavi, and Pedri, 5 guys for 3 positions, and it's a long season. And then you wonder about cover again.
5's not the worst, Gab. I don't.
5 and 3 when you have a World Cup and whatever.
I don't think 5's the worst, to be honest. You should be able to manage 5 players for 3 spots.
But you need 8 forwards for 3 spots up front.
Well, that's just Barcelona. Nobody else.
But I think
with any brains
we
can't
that. Make our mind up who is the best 3 and who the best 3 may be in midfield, which is a bonus for Xavi. Most clubs that have maybe 6 players, you know who the 3 midfield players would be, and the other 3 come in when they're not fit, or you're trying to have a little change around. But for Barcelona at the moment, would you have Kessie, Pedri, or Gavi? Which 2 out of 3 would you pick from there?
Well, I mean, I would assume if De Jong goes, it's going to be Busquets, Kessie, and Pedri, right?
And Gavi out the side.
And Gavi's your other option, and Nico comes in for Busquets. But I don't know. It seems to me like with this kind of season coming up, with the World Cup in the middle, with everything so compressed, it's another kind of unnecessary risk where then all of a sudden he's going to be forced to do what we saw last season when, they're so hamstrung, they're so low on players, they call up, the guys from Barcelona B, and some of them work out, some of them don't.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.